Hey guys, it's Paradise, and what is your favorite Capcom franchise? For a lot of you, it is probably Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter is awesome, so we don't blame you. However, Capcom have been putting out bangers for years, thus it has a roster of franchises that we haven't seen for quite some time. One of the IPs that Capcom has left dormant for 20 years is now making a return with a brand new game. Onimusha is back with gripping storytelling and awesome action in Onimusha Way of the Sword. This is one that we think many of you will want to try out as fans of Capcom action games, so we're going to go through everything that Capcom have released on it to give you an idea and get you up to speed if you haven't played one before. But tell us, which other Capcom franchise are you hoping will make a return in the future? Now, if you haven't played an Onimusha game before, it was a massive hit game back in the 90s and early 2000s. It was an action game that was a blend of hack and slash with a survival horror feel due to sharing similarities with the Resident Evil series, such as a fixed camera and the various puzzle-solving elements. The game was different to a lot of other samurai-focused games releasing around the same time, as it had supernatural elements with demons called Genma, which you could absorb the souls from to upgrade weapons, restore health, or enhance abilities. Think of Resident Evil mixed with Wo Long, with more of a Japanese setting, and you basically have a game that blends historical figures and settings with fictional ones to create Onimusha. The series has featured a number of different main characters, but the most notable is Samanosuke Akechi, who is the star of the original game. Well, now that the game is coming back, it seems to be retaining much of the core DNA of the original Onimusha, retaining what made it so special. Capcom have said in Onimusha The Way of the Sword, you fight through bloodbaths of intense swordplay action. You'll explore the historic Japanese capital of the Edo-era Kyoto, twisted by malevolent clouds of malice, with every stage cloaked in mystery, danger, and intrigue. You'll battle against monstrosities from the underworld, known as Gemna, in a tale of dark fantasy. Follow the tale of a samurai who wields the Oni Gauntlet, a mystical artifact that grants the bearer the power to slay Genma. Through gritty, blood-soaked brawls, he searches for his reason to fight, and what fate awaits you at the end of this path. Well, it will be interesting to see where this story takes us, as there is an epic tale that could be told, especially with the new technology that Capcom has at their disposal with the RE engine, which from the trailer seems like they are making an awesome looking game. Since we have mentioned the trailer though, let's take a closer look at some of the things we can spot within it. We can see that the souls are back in full force as we see them roaming around. In the original game, the different soul colors actually did different things. Red was a currency that you would use to upgrade your character, kind of in a similar way to Dark Souls or Elden Ring. Meanwhile, blue souls would restore your magical energy, which could then be used for attacks. And of course, the green ones were for your health, and more was introduced later in the series, but this was a core mechanic, and to absorb them, you would suck in all the souls from a surrounding area, which also seems to be making a return, as in the trailer you can see the main character doing this. Also in the trailer, we can see that the Genma are up to no good as usual, but this time they have a new look. We see our hero instantly blocking an attack from them, which in the next scene puts us right into the action, as it looks like the fixed camera is gone, instead opting for an offset camera similar to PlayStation games like God of War and of course The Last of Us. Looking at the gameplay, it does seem very different from the previous version of it in the series, with it being much more slower paced and deliberate in that sort of Resident Evil style combat, while this new version with Way of the Sword is seemingly much more action based. It'll be interesting to see where exactly this lands and how it will feel to play. But while doing our research for the game, it does seem that some fans are worried about it, as it does look more like a modern action game, kind of like the Ghost of series, and fans really don't want it to be another Souls clone or action game clone, considering that this is a series that actually inspired many of those modern games and big action hits. We'll have to wait to find out when exactly the game is releasing, but there is a release window of 2026, in which it will be coming on consoles and PC, so that isn't too long to wait if you've already been waiting 20 years since the last game. We're really excited to give this one a go, and Capcom have been doing pretty good with their recent games, so it is exciting times ahead. For now though, we'll leave you with the trailer to watch so you don't have to go looking for it.
feels like I'm getting less human by the minute.
Here at Arix Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 26.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favourite games coming very, very soon.